Stepbro, look into my bright, shiny, hazel eyes. I'm concerned about you, Kevin. I'm really, really concerned. And I feel the need to say something after this long absence of videos I've made about you. Because I care about you. We've had our differences. You've thrown hate my way. I've thrown way more hate your way. Massively more your way. But at the end of the day, you're still my stepbrother. And I care about you. I want you to have the best life. And I'm really concerned from this Tesla Austin Gigafactory video that you made. So we're going to watch this video, and then we're going to stage an intervention. Because I think you're making a mistake, buddy. I'm really, really sure of that. So let's watch and see what you have to say. And I'm going to give you my commentary. And if you listen, great. And if you don't, whatever. Just know that I still love you, okay? Let's go.
Wow. So this is just one side of the axle.
Oh my God,
Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you for coming down.
Number one, why didn't you invite me to the opening, okay? I mean, we grew up together, we're best buddies, and you don't even give me the courtesy of an invitation to attend the Gigafactory opening with you. That really hurt me, Kevin. I almost didn't make this video because of that. But at the end of the day, we got to make stuff happen, okay? When stuff's going down, I'm there for you.
Yeah, but no, I enjoyed your channel, man. You did really good work. Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate the stuff you do, man. Yeah.
Hey everyone, me Kevin here. All right, so yesterday it was at...
You see a shirt? I've tried polygamy. Kevin, that's very dangerous. You know how many STDs are out there? Come on, man. You're going down a dark path.
the Cyber Rodeo. Today I am at the Tesla Con event over here, the Texas Owners Club. Absolutely amazing people. Here's the thing. We got to talk about what I think about Tesla. I'm about 50% in on Tesla in terms of my stock portfolio.
Kevin, no! No, Kevin. Oh my God. I've criticized you before, out of love, for putting the vast majority of your money in Tesla. Okay, I know it's the future, and I know it only goes up, but you're taking a very dangerous risk, especially when you really consider what Tesla is. A massively overvalued luxury car company that has, what, 3 factories and produces a fraction of the sales and cars that other car companies do and faces massive competition from all these other companies making electric vehicles. Kevin, stop. Please. I don't want you to lose all your money, okay? Because when you die, then that sad day, I expect a hefty inheritance, and I'll hold you to that.
Considering my real estate portfolio. And let me just say, not just because there was an event yesterday, but over the last 2 to 3 months, I've been thinking this. I got to get these thoughts out. So I'm going to get some thoughts out, some excitement out up front. And then I'm going to talk to you about what Elon said yesterday and how that relates to some of the excitement, as well as other things that I've been researching, studying, and coming to understand. So let's get started.
So we're going to talk about past, present, and future.
First of all, I quite frankly think that Tesla is probably going to break $10 trillion of market cap within 10 years. That's...
Kevin, come on, man. You're smarter than this. $10 trillion for a car company. Please, Kevin. You're telling me that if I buy Tesla right now, I'm going to 10x my money in 10 years. Can you imagine what Tesla has to do to actually be valued at $10 trillion? Is the combined market cap of the entire auto industry worth $10 trillion? Will it be worth $10 trillion in 10 years? Even if it is, do you think Tesla will have that entire market cap? You're being insane, okay? You're being swept up into this fanboy lunacy that Elon Musk is the figurehead of. And I don't want you to be hurt, okay? Remember that one time that Jeremy called you a butthead and made fun of your stocks? And you called me crying. And I said, Kevin, Jeremy is a disgusting grifter. And you can't let people like that get you down, okay? And I was there for you. And even though you almost quit YouTube, you posted a couple videos about it. I convinced you not to, all right? We actually talk all the time. And I'm doing the same thing for you now, but this is an entirely different story. You're being insane. You're being crazy. Kevin, stepbro, you need to stop, all right? There's going to be a day when Tesla goes down. They miss sales, they miss revenue, whatever. Or, their projections are slashed, or there's a recession, or another car company makes a cooler electric car, or the Cybertruck flops, or anything. Anything could happen that could send that stock down massively. And if you have half of your stock portfolio in it, you're going to be selling your butt, okay? Maybe that's what you mean by polygamy. Oh, God.
A 10x within 10 years, which is absolutely remarkable. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you why. I believe that Giga Austin and Giga Berlin were actually the opportunity for Elon to say, you know what, let's see how quickly we can build the perfect factory. And so they did. Berlin and Giga Texas. Why? Because they've got the 4680 cell line for the structural battery packs. They make their motors in-house. They're not shipping parts in. They're shipping raw materials in, and they're putting the rest together in the factory. It's really incredible. And I saw these assembly lines in person yesterday. It's absolutely...
Okay, here comes an ad. You saw the assembly line. Are you an expert in car manufacturing, Kevin? I don't think you are, okay? You cannot claim that Tesla has the perfect factory. What are the other car companies doing? They've been doing this for over 100 years, some of them. You don't think they've also hammered down how to perfectly produce cars, even electric cars? Tesla does not have the perfect car factory. And even if it was perfect, they're not the only game in town. You can't walk through the factory and see all the cool robots and attribute 10x growth to that. That's freaking crazy, Kevin. Let's go watch this ad.
Absolutely phenomenal. Not only this, Tesla is a robotics manufacturer.
Even when the market is volatile, some experts have...
Sure. They bought a robotics company in 2016 in Germany, and that's still where they make a lot of their robots. Now, I know they also outsource some of their robots, but I'll tell you, the technology Tesla has in robotics makes them probably the #1 robotics play in stocks.
Kevin, you don't think other car companies have robots in their plant? You think everybody's still bolting and, drilling and searing and welding in all the other car companies? They all have freaking robots. And just because they bought a robot company doesn't mean that's the best decision. There's actually good reasons why you might want to outsource. You want to be specialized. You got some people that make the robots, and that's all they do. You got some people that make the cars. You got some people that make the engines. Whatever. That's specialization, okay? You can't claim that Tesla's a robotics company because they bought robots they use on their assembly line, okay? I mean, you could claim any car company's a robotics company. It's freaking lunacy, man.
But it's not so much that we care about investing in the machines within the Gigafactories, even though Elon Musk says the factories are the product. Elon Musk saying that the factories are the product reminded me about what's really next for Tesla. It's not so much new exciting product announcements like Ford coming out with a different car, every 6 months and yay, or whatever, right? Or, oh, it's the new 2022 model or whatever. And I don't mean to bag on Ford. Actually, I kind of do. But anyway.
Kevin, I drive 2 Fords. Stop.
Here's what is so exciting to me. Is now that we went through Giga Berlin and we went through Giga Austin, I think the next phase of Tesla is announcing not 1 or 2 more Gigafactories like I'd been pricing into my valuation. I actually think it's time Tesla goes, and I won't be surprised if this happens. Tesla says, you know what? Now we're announcing 5 to 10 new Gigafactories.
Okay, there's a certain point where if you're a very expensive luxury auto company, you can't open 1,000 different frickin' factories. And even if you did, that doesn't necessarily mean the stock is going to 10x or that's a bullish indicator. There's a certain point where your target market gets saturated. And I think that's going to eventually be the case with Tesla. Tesla cars are extremely expensive. And I don't see any news about them making a cheap electric car, and I see other car companies making or potentially trying to make cheap electric cars. And if that's the case, the competition is going to be insane. Even if they announced all these new factories, sure, the stock will probably go up on that announcement. But if you think in the long run, are those factories actually going to make a material difference? Are they going to have too many factories, perhaps? Abso-freaking-lutely. You can't take news like that, Elon Musk pumping stuff and making promises, and attribute a 10x change to the valuation of Tesla. It's freaking crazy, okay? You don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you, the cars are too expensive for the average person. This car company cannot conquer the world without having a cheap car. And even if they did have a cheap car, the amount of competition around the world is freaking nuts, all right? I don't know, man.
Within the next 2 years, and then building them out in the following 2 years thereafter. That, to me, is a game changer. Because every single fundamental analysis we have says maybe Tesla will just focus on scaling these factories and maybe we'll get another factory announcement in 2 years or so. The essay is written. And what I mean by that is you can now take your work and copy and paste it everywhere. And I think that's what's happening. Is that...
Okay, we're looking at images of a factory. Car companies have factories. I just don't get it.
Tesla has perfected its essay. Their writing project or whatever for their English class is perfected. It's the factory. The factory is perfected. And so I was just on Yahoo Finance for an interview, and I wore this shirt Lauren got me, which is going to make Lauren hopefully very happy. This is a beer, by the way. But anyway, I believe now we go into copy and paste mode for the factories. And when Tesla announces that they're in copy and paste mode, everybody's fundamental analyses will change almost overnight.
Sure, I 100% agree. If you just look at okay, how do I explain this? If you look at it and you say, okay, Tesla can make 1,000 factories and they'll make this many cars and all these cars will be sold, and these are the margins I project for Tesla, and yada, 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 you can come up with any insane valuation. But people are missing the common sense factor, which is you can produce 1 trillion cars, but there may not be 1 trillion buyers, okay? Especially with competition. That's the fundamental flaw that I think Wall Street has, well, some Wall Street that are actually buying this stock, and a lot of retail investors. Future production capacity does not mean actual production utilization. Be very, very careful.
Because the amount of vehicles that Tesla can produce will explode. And this is regardless of whether or not we have a blip of a recession in the next year or two. Who cares? We're talking 10 years out here in the grand scheme of things for Tesla getting to this market cap, right? And that's what we're excited about. And of course, I'm still going to talk about what Elon Musk says, but look, copy and pasting the factories is what we need right now. Why?
Okay, I mean, everybody else copies and pastes factories. There's nothing special about that. All these companies have their factory production down to perfection. Like I said, they've been doing it for 100 years, some of them.
Think about it. When you've got Hertz, who can't even buy any more Teslas, and they're having to go to Polestars because Tesla don't have enough Teslas, and there's so much demand for Tesla. It's just like there's so much freaking wind out here today. Hopefully y'all don't hear this. Tesla needs to build more factories. So, this is fun.
Another ad. Get ad blocker, strong man.
Fundamentally changing my...
Wake up, trader. It's time to bring your portfolio to life at TastyWorks. Meet your new platform when you open...
My thesis for Tesla, substantially for the better. Now, I know it might seem a little weird to come out of 2 Tesla events and feel this way. I would say that my consideration for this factory direction has been growing over the last 3 months. Especially over the last few weeks. I've thought this is probably the next direction for Tesla. We're not so worried yet about a robotaxi, though that will come, and I'll touch on that as well. I think it's copy and pasting the factories. And when Elon...
Okay, so basically that's his thesis. They're gonna announce or make a ton more factories, and I actually agree. I think when they announce that, even if they don't even plan to do it, if they announce that, I think the stock's gonna go freaking wild because people are just so wrapped up in this bubble, this freaking luxury car company bubble, that they just cannot see the common sense factor, okay? The whole point of this video, Kevin, is be very careful, Watch yourself. Don't lose all your freaking money. I mean, I know you make a lot of money, but you could still lose a lot too. And just be careful what you're telling your fans, because if you get a lot of people wrapped up in this excitement and something goes wrong, some event happens, projections are missed, fire at the plant, I don't freaking know. Something could happen, and that stock is going to get decimated, and a lot of people are going to lose money. So I hope you listen to me, Kevin. Heed my words. Take some advice from your stepbro, and be careful out there, okay? I love you. I love you so much. Talk to you later. Cheers!